folks. It's Wednesday, April 29th, 2026. Coming up on the program today, using your dead relative's skull as a form of identification, plus unleashing a swarm of bees on your enemies, quitting your job in a furious gay rage, and I'm Mead, and I'll be your server gal here at Chunky's Golden Foodorama.
And now, a history lesson with Alex Jones.
I'll tell the story right now. If you don't believe me, get a pen and paper out. I'm going to tell this right now, not to be gross or not to be silly or not to be Python-esque. This is real. In fact, they still have their butts wiped for them. Now, if you don't believe me, you Google groom of the stool. You cannot make this up. You will be reading mainstream university websites, mainstream news articles. It's called the groom of the stool. And a British lord follows the queen or king, depending on what it is around, follows them around, and they set up in this big cabinet, and they have to fly it around with it. This has been on the news. That's why they fly it around. They claim they stopped it in 1906, but deeper research shows they're just very quiet about it, and millions of pounds are spent a year to move this portable toilet around because it's got to be big enough. She goes up on a throne and craps. I'm sorry, this is real, folks. I'm not groom of the stool. Google it. And they wipe her fat butt. I don't want to get into more detail, but then they pick with their bare hands with respect and examine it, and then every stool and every jar of urine, it's not put into water, that would defile it, is stored, and all of the royalty stool going back over 500 years is stored. Now this came from France, and in French, it's just the French version of groom of the stool. This disgusting bucket of pus, this maggot-ridden Nazi piece of filth, gets up there every day, and people wipe her disgusting hind end. I mean, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is filth. This is the New World Order. Aaron?
It's very strange to me, but our own presidents have their stool guarded by national security
That's
forces,
right. We did a deeper study. George Bush had he reincorporated groom of the stool. Don't believe me? Just type president has portable toilet. And he's got to have it carted around. In fact, when he's at big global summits, they have to cart it around behind him.
State secrets of the stool.
Well, it's all about worshiping them. Just,
The CNN guy has completely invested himself in the Obama visit with the Queen. He's been fretting about it for minutes. Well, how's it going to go? I hope it goes well. I hope it doesn't shake wrong.
Will he groom it correctly? He gets to handle it. Obama gets to handle the poop. I'm sorry, it's too ridiculous. I can't handle anymore. Arrest them all. Arrest her. Arrest them. Arrest the criminals.
It's Distorted View Daily with Tim Henson.
If you gonna suck a dick, then you suck a dick.
I want to come while I eat your smelly, hairy, wet pussy.
Fuck you if you're not from Palm Beach County.
Yes, Tim Henson back here with you for your Wednesday episode of DV. Have a great one for you. You guys give me shit all the time. I see the messages, right? I get the voicemails. I gotta give it back to you sometimes, though. You are the dumbest motherfuckers. If you wonder why I'm not in the Discord more, it's because I'd lose my mind. I'd fucking stroke out reading these messages on a daily basis. Case in point, I got an example here for you of, like, I just popped in. I wanted to see, I wonder if there's any good audio video suggestions for upcoming shows. Sweet Leprechaun messaged in and was just so confused. Can someone answer a question for me? What the fuck is the actual number for the new voicemail line? Okay. Right there, I wanted to just blow my brains out. I've seen him say for Harry cunt, Harry, and for Harry cunt, Hairy. Which one is it? Guys, first of all, every single time I read text messages, we play that jingle. If you've got a rock hard boner, reach for that phoner, text for Harry cunt. Tim will rub one out to you. And then there's like songs about women fingering their snatch and stuff. Why would I go and buy a texting number, right, that spells out Harry cunt, Harry, like the man's name Harry? Also, when have I ever said that's a voicemail line? I try so hard to tell you. We've got a voicemail line. It's always been 206-666-4463. We've got a new text line. Text in to 4 Harry Cunt. The number. Stop it. I don't want, sweet leprechaun, you're not allowed to call a voicemail line or text. If you somehow manage to figure it out, I don't want to hear from you. You're too dumb for this show. And that says a lot. I mean, this is a program by and for the mentally retarded. Everyone has been able to figure this out except for you. Shame, shame, shame. And on top of it, I'm even like, okay, there's gonna be some confused people. So if you really want to text 206-666-4463, that works too. The only thing that doesn't work is if you call. Try to leave a voice message on 4 Harry Cunt. And that's, of course, what this stupid idiot's trying to do. Anyway, Death Fat writes in, 4 Harry Cunt is a number you can text stuff. The other number is the voicemail number. Okay. I make everything so hard for you freaks, huh? I'm so sorry. To me, it's simple. If you want to text, you text 4 Harry Cunt. It's easy to remember. And if you want to call into the voicemail line, and the only reason why I'm doing that is because, we've had that voicemail line for so long, I didn't want to change it. And at first, I wasn't able to add a texting option to that phone number. That's why we started 4 Harry Cunt. And there's reasons I do what I do. I need you to just listen to me. Don't think. Just listen to my words and react based on what I say. All right, listen, I do have a great show for you. Bunch of audio. I told you guys, when I was younger, before the internet was a thing, on my computer, I had a modem and I connected to a service like America Online. It was a precursor to America Online. It's for shitty 8-bit computers. And I convinced my father that he should let me use his credit card to sign up for the service. And I showed him the flyer. I'm like, look, you get a month free. They're not going to charge your credit card. They just need it on file. Somehow, inexplicably, this was the one time I was actually able to convince my dad to give me something like that. To just hand over a credit card? I mean, this scam never worked again. And with good reason. As I've told you many times, while the base service was free for the month, there was all these add-ons that I just went hog wild on. Adult chat, downloads. It ended up being like a $500 credit card bill. And what's even worse is those charges that started appearing on the card, that was towards the end of the month. So the next month, after my dad paid that $500 credit card bill and nearly kicked my ass for the next month, the rest of the charges ended up on the statement, right? So it was another $300. And in the meantime, we got the telephone bill. And, back in the day, I don't know if you remember America Online and stuff, you'd call into a phone number, a local phone number. They'd use the phone number that's closest to you. Well, there was no local access number for this service in Ashtabula. The closest was in Cleveland. So the hours and hours I spent racking up credit card bills was also racking up long distance charges. So there were more hundreds of dollars. My dad literally came flying into my room at one point and was like, "Where's your computer? I'm chucking it through the goddamn window." He didn't even care. He's going to have to pay for Windows. He's like, it's worth it. It's worth it to see your fucking face, lose this computer, and never see it smashed into a million pieces. That being said, he didn't really do it. The parent I have for you in this first clip actually goes through with her threat. It's even worse than that. She has her child destroy his own device. In this case, it's not a Commodore 64 computer. It is a PS5. Mom is pissed. Oh, at the start of the video, this kid looks so sad. He's holding that heavy, huge PS5. They're out in the backyard on the pavement. He knows what he has to do here. Well, how could you make your kid do this to his PS5?
With your PlayStation 5, how you picked my cat up and slammed it on the ground.
Oh, never mind. I'm on Mom's side now. I think after he picks up his PS5 and slams it on the ground, she should pick him up and throw him on the ground.
Multiple times.
Do it.
Now pick it up and do it again.
Yeah, make sure it's really broken. Because right now, it could still be okay. Probably not.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me move this for you, baby, so you know it's real.
Yeah, she's picking up the plates that came off. Those are almost just like protective pieces of plastic. Now let's really destroy the innards.
I want you to raise it up on your tiptoes and slam that bitch as hard as you can like you did my motherfucking cat. Pick it up and do that shit again.
You should have him stand on the roof and drop it.
Since you got anger issues, we gonna fix them today. Pick it up and do that shit again. Pick it up and do that shit again.
So this kid has anger issues, and he's still pretty subdued and is doing what his mom says. This tells me that even though he has anger issues, he's afraid of mama. She ain't playing around, obviously. And again.
Pick it up and do that shit again.
Does she know how much PS5s are? They've actually gone up in value. Like when I think I got my PS5 during the pandemic, right? 2020 or 2021. I feel like they were like $499 back then, right? And now they're, I don't know, because of like chip shortages and the fucking memory and the AI's taking up all the RAM and shit. Now they're like $700. I remember when the PS5 first came out, people were buying like 2 or 3 to like sell on eBay and make like $100, $200 profit. If they just would have held on to them, surprisingly, like 5 more years, they could basically double their investments.
Pick that shit up and do it again.
Like used PS5s have a better return right now than the stock market. Anyway, he keeps smashing it.
Pick that shit up and do it again.
Like Fergie. Smash it. Oh my God.
Pick that shit up and do it again.
I got a feeling this PS5 is not going to turn on. That's my feeling.
This is your punishment.
Yeah.
Now pick all that shit up and throw it in a trash.
Distorted Views, Mother of the Week.
Scott Fletcher, where did you come from? You're not my announcer anymore. Get the hell out of here. Speaking of people with anger issues, I've got a clip here of a man who arrived at work shortly after being fired. Now, it's not like they called him at home and was like, hey, on Monday, we don't need you anymore. I'm sorry, it's not working out. No, he was actually on his way to work when he received the phone call that he was fired. Honestly, I'd be pissed too. Like, you couldn't tell me the day before. I could have slept in. You had me getting up at fucking 6:30 in the morning so I could be at work by 9. You called to tell me I'm fired while I'm stuck in morning traffic. Fuck you!
Hey, Darius.
Hey, Greg.
So, let's talk real quick.
All right, we're going to have a little talk.
You didn't show up a half an hour early for your test?
Mm-hmm. My Uber was late. I don't know if there was traffic or whatnot, but...
So you didn't text me either?
I didn't.
Okay. And you obviously are late to the regular shift. I don't think that we can continue on.
Okay. So you fired me on my way here, knowing that I was coming?
I didn't know if you were coming.
Then
you didn't text him to say you were running late. I don't know whose side I'm on yet. I'm kind of leaning towards the boss's side.
Had me study for a test off of the clock that we were supposed to take. You knew I was coming.
How would I know if you're coming? You didn't text me.
I've come every other day that I was scheduled. I've never not shown up.
Let's come this way.
No, I'm going to leave whichever fucking way I feel like it. And when the Department of Labor gets to know that you had me study for a test off of the clock, they will be in contact.
Wait, you want to be paid for the hours you study for a test? I don't know if that's a law.
Should have already studied for the test.
Move the fuck out my way. Should have started. When am I going to study for a test off the clock?
That is your responsibility.
It is not my responsibility. It is the law that if I am doing something for work, I need to be paid.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true either, actually.
So tell the Department of Labor that you had me study for it off the clock. Tell the Department of Labor.
Okay.
Come on out. Tell all the owners to come on out. When were we supposed to study for this test? On or off the clock? What time? On the clock or off the clock? Answer the question.
The menu.
Why would I know the menu if I have...
This is a restaurant we're talking about here? So, wait a second. I'm guessing... I don't know. I don't know, man.
I haven't had time to study the menu.
Those documents have been on schedule.
Those documents have been on the schedule for weeks. When were we supposed to study? On or off of the clock? It's a simple question.
You should.
Do any of the owners have an answer to that question?
He won't answer the question, though.
Are we supposed to study on the clock or off the clock?
So is your excuse,
so the Department of Labor will be in contact. There is no excuse.
Yes.
I was asked to study for a menu test off of the clock. Correct?
You were
correct.
You're going to be tested.
Excuse me.
I'm thinking maybe the way it works is the boss says, look, you need to familiarize yourself with the menu. You need to know this inside out. There's going to be a test, which is crazy. And it's like, well, however you memorize this information is up to you. If you need to take a menu home to look at it, go ahead. You know, if you can do it at work in between stuff, maybe that's fine. I don't know. Point is, you need to know this information for the job. And if you don't know it, you can't work here.
Excuse me, servers. When were we supposed to study for our menu test? Was it on or off of the clock? Was it on or off of the clock we were supposed to study for the test? Does anyone have an answer?
Anytime.
Anytime. Correct. So I'm only paid for the time I'm here. So you asked me to work off the clock. And now I have time to get to the Department of Labor. And this will be the second case. Don't touch me! Do not put your hand on me! This will be the second lawsuit this year against a business for incorrect practices.
Yeah, did you win that first lawsuit, though? That's the real question.
And if you think I'm the one to fucking play around with, and I done heard about you, Lenny told me about your ass and the last failed restaurant you had.
Well, why are you working there, then? It's only a problem now.
So, yeah, I hope you had a good fucking laugh, because I'm calling the people now. Have a good fucking day.
Yeah, none of the other servers really had his back. I guess they wanted to keep their job. They studied for their tests. Goody fucking two shoes.
Gonna fire me on the way here and not tell no fucking body, and then you can't answer my goddamn question, and you think...
You really should have called in if you were going to be late. The thing is, this guy, it seems like he really needs the job. He don't even have his own car. He's Ubering into work every day.
Think I'm gonna leave quietly? Is this what you want? Big Cat has asked their employees to work off of the clock. Does that seem fair? Gonna smile in my motherfucking face and play with me like...
I bet you, like, he was supposed to come in a half hour before his shift to take the test. I bet you they were going to pay him for that. But the studying is up to you.
I'm a motherfucking game. I got your motherfucking game. You ain't seen shit yet.
Funny thing is, he's got nowhere to go. His Uber's not there anymore, right? He doesn't have a car, so yeah, he's going to stand out in front of the restaurant and scream.
Big Cat,
this is my 8-hour shift now, bitch.
Cat has been asking people to work off of the clock. Attention.
No one cares, sir, really.
Place
this is a you problem.
That will fail in a couple of months has been asking their employees to work off of the clock. Gonna put your hand on me. You done lost your motherfucking mind.
I don't know who was trying to put their hand on him. I think they were just trying to get to the door to open it for him to like sort of usher him out.
And I done took double the Lexapro today. It ain't working. Let me call my mama, because I'm finna go to jail. Had the audacity to let me come down here to fire me, and then you can't answer my question?
Well, I don't think he was going to fire you until he realized you weren't going to be in on time. You know what I mean?
Yeah!
And they didn't hear from you?
Yeah, I ain't gonna let this one go. I'm sure not, and I'm gonna sit here and wait for the bus. I could call an Uber, but I'm gonna sit here and wait on the goddamn bus. Since we wanna waste my motherfucking time and have me work off the motherfucking clock, what now?
It also sounds like this might not have been the first problem they had with him. You know what I mean?
Oh, ain't nobody got shit to say. You want to smile, you want to giggle.
It's not working out.
Bitch, I know how this go. So anyway, I'm going to fuck back home, and this video will be sent to the Department of Labor today. So Melissa, you can add another business to the list of businesses we suing.
I must have missed the part of the video where he says, and I done took double the Lexapro today, and it ain't working. Because a lot of people are quoting that moment. I can understand why. Yeah, I'd say about 75 to 80% of the comments are on the side of the restaurant. I get it, though. Being a server is hard. No one wants to memorize a menu at home. One more freak out for you. We've got one of those robot delivery carts. This one's called Ming or Mingo or something. You know, it's one of those food delivery robots that you sometimes see on the sidewalk if you live in a major city. You know, it rolls on to its destination. The thing is, you know, it doesn't have arms, so it can't do things like press the crosswalk button. It's got a screen, right? And sometimes it'll start flashing like, you know, if there's a human nearby, can you press a button for me? Well, there's a guy standing next to this robot, and he's not friendly. He doesn't want to help Samo/Mingo out. Maybe this guy's a server. He's worried, you know, for his job being taken by these robots, pretty much.
Huh? Hello, what do you want? What do you want?
It's saying, push the crossroad button for me, question mark.
You want me to press the button for you? You want me to press the button for you, Mingo? Fuck you. Press it yourself. You took a human's job and you want me to press the button for you? No.
They keep saying hello.
Hello, fuck you. Excuse you. Yeah, excuse you. I'm not pressing nothing. You press it. You sit there, you took a human's job, you take over our...
You know, Mingo can't really hear you. He doesn't hear, he doesn't understand.
Infrastructure, and then you want me to help you out? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Press it yourself. Oh, that's right, you don't have fingers.
You fucking clanker.
At the green light, but you can't go because you don't have the walk signal. But you don't walk, you roll. Well, that's too fucking bad. Again, it's a cold war. You can sit here all night. Tell whoever's food that is to come press the button for you. It's not my problem. What the fuck you ever done for me? Mingo's
delivered your food, maybe, if you paid for it.
Mingo's just fucking stuck. It got the green light, but it can't go because it doesn't have the walk signal.
Yeah, it's not giving him the cross. Mingo's not going anywhere. I mean, he looks so sad, though. I realize it's just a robot, but he's just sitting there. He just wants to cross the road so bad. Help Mingo out. 2 other short clips, and then we will get into the news. You know, people are still talking about the shooting that took place at the Correspondents' Dinner, or outside of the Correspondents' Dinner, or whatever, wherever it happened. A lot of speculation, a lot of conspiracy theories saying this was all staged. I talked about it a little bit on a recent podcast. Even Fox News reporters caught on mic before the shooting. We're talking about, like, what the fuck kind of event is this? There's no real security. As a matter of fact, little girls were just, like, holding the door open for anyone to come inside. And I believe that's what the Fox reporters were talking about off camera.
I love that they have, like, 2 random chicks holding the front door open.
Two random Uggo chicks. They're not even hot. It'd be one thing if they were big-titted bitches, right? How guys talk?
Trying anymore.
Yeah.
It's not even like, I just mean like they're not even like Secret Service people. It's like the girls who work here are holding the door. Even if it was the guys, it wouldn't even make it better. It's like
yeah, he's not making this a sexual or a gender thing here. Just like 2 random people opening the door, like keeping the door open. Like, come on.
Holding the door. Even if it was the guys, it wouldn't even make it better. It's like she's fucking just like they might as well put a doorstop in. Like, they put up a doorstop and a scarecrow. Don't fuck with this guy.
Yeah. Look, they got the shooter. He should be charged for something. But I mean, they should also take into consideration that people could just walk right in. It's not like there was any sort of skill or he was particularly cunning getting into this event. It was an open door, open gun policy. As are a lot of Trump events, apparently. They should really think about reworking some of those rules. Not a good idea. And finally today, little Mead update for you. He had his endoscopy. Yeah, remember he's afraid because they had to put him under, and that's when people died. Jesus is going to take me away. Yeah.
No corrosion, no cancer.
Yeah, so it was all good news for the endoscopy, I guess.
No, nothing serious. But the only thing is, folks, is that they have to find out what the cause of that is. So could it be my gallstones, my gallbladder? So the other doctor, the Jew doctor, wants to take my gallbladder out.
Jesus Christ, not a minute in the video, and he's railing against his Jew doctor. Get a different doctor. You've got such a problem with him being a Jew.
But I don't want to do that, and I have a name for my gallbladder. I call him Timmy.
How dare you?
I don't want to take Timmy out just yet. So I have to go see the Jew doctor. Jewish.
You can just call him your doctor. No, I don't care what Mead says. He's racist. Mead is racist. I mean, duh, right?
Doctor in May. He's very nice, and he...
Very Jewish. Big old hook nose on him. Yeah, money grubbing. Yeah. I call him Dr. Shlomo. He's got that Jew facial hair, like a Jew goatee. And you know how Jews are kind of bald in the back of their head? I asked him, hey, Jew doctor, are you bald back there? After years of wearing that yarmulke, did the yarmulke rub the hair right out of your Jew head? Jew doctor. You know what I mean? Like everything is Jew.
Is very persistent about, his gallbladder, but... Just because I have reflective gastritis, I mean, it can be caused by stress. It can be autoimmune. So there's a number of things that can cause that.
Yeah, well, don't you think the doctor is going to look into that?
The good news is I'm, not dying or anything. It also can cause...
Mead lives to see another day.
Itty-bitty tachycardia, because they went over that with me, and caused the bradycardia, which, by the way, my pulse today was in the low 40s.
I don't think that's good. I think that's too low.
I didn't feel dizzy or anything. I just but yeah, I felt a little tired, but my pulse was in the low 40s. Of course, I do have an athlete's heart.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Get the fuck out of here with that. Mead is triggering me today.
Because I did a lot of bike riding and swimming.
When? When you were a teenager? You ain't doing it now. Anyway, shortly after his medical talk, Mead drops the real bombshell. Ooh, news.
Anyway, folks, I had a job interview today. It was at sort of one of those phony upscale restaurants.
Okay, Mead's going to be working the Cheesecake Factory.
And
could you see Mead as a fucking hostess? I was going to say server, but there's no way Mead could interact with humans on that level. Hostess is one thing, right? You seat people. Most of them are in a good mood. They're like, they're excited. We're going to be eating soon. We're going to have some good food. So the hostess is the first person you interact to. And it goes downhill from there. The server is the one that you bitch and complain to. Oh my God, the service is so slow here. I don't think the server's bringing out our food. I hope it's not cold. Anything wrong with the food, you complain to the server. There's no way Mead could be a server. I also don't think Mead's going to do any kitchen work, That's way too high stress. You got to go. Like, I think hostess is the level where he's at.
The interview went right well, but I got turned down by the job interview an hour later. Indeed sent me a message saying we're not going forward with the process. And I don't know if it's because I'm not a Chad. So I don't know if it was appearance-based or the fact that I told them...
No, I think it's entirely personality-based.
...that I had no fine dining experience and I wanted to work 12 hours a week.
Yeah, that could have something to do with it, too. Your many, many limitations in every sense of the word. 12 hours a week? No wonder... why waste their time with that?
Or I lack experience and other things. Because, it's very appearance-based.
Yes and no. As long as you're not a fucking goblin... you can't be physically repulsive and be a server. That I understand. Because, you're around food. You're serving food. I don't want, a disgusting person with gross, fingernails, dirty looking. I don't want them handling my food, even if it's just to bring to me or whatever. But if you're normal, if you're a standard human being, I think you're okay.
And other things. Because, it's very appearance-based. And the interviewer was a female.
Oh, and they hate Mead.
But
they know what a creep he is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I gave off some weird-ass vibes.
No, but the guy that...
Let me ask you this. Did you refer to the interviewer as a female to her face?
The owner, he was real friendly.
Were you asking questions about the job? Are there many female waitresses working? How young are they, would you say? Any Latina females? It's really what I'm looking for in a job. Something that would be considered less than part-time. Is quarter time a thing? That's what I'm looking for. And also plenty of females to hit on.
And
looking for a wife.
And I thought, well, maybe I have a chance because he seemed really interested. But I don't know why I didn't get it. Within an hour, folks. Within an hour, I got a notification.
Yeah, that's pretty quick.
I got hired.
All right, anyways, that's what Mead has been up to. You know, there's some more updates here. It's a 10-minute video. We're only like 2 minutes in. I'll go through the rest of it on my own and bring to you anything that I find particularly funny. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted up, fucked up news right now. All right, this is your call to step right up to the sideshow. See the freaks, be the freaks. What type of freak am I talking about? A true and honorable freak, one who supports Distorted View Daily and helps ensure this continues on for a long time. When you sign up, you gain access to the entire archive of programs. More importantly, every week I do an exclusive shows, plural. Yesterday's episode was Sideshow exclusive, and tomorrow's will also be one just for paying freaks. So it's a great time to sign up. Go to distortedview.com right now. All major credit cards and PayPal accepted. When you sign up, you gain access to a personalized podcast feed that you just copy and paste into whatever podcast app you're using. Now, if you listen to DB through Spotify, you got to do things a little bit different. You will sign up for Sideshow access inside of the Spotify app. Just search for Distorted View. You will find a link to tap onto. It's pretty instantaneous. You sign up, you'll see all the exclusive shows appear right alongside the free episodes in your feed. For more information, check out distortedview.com. Thank you so much to all of my Sideshow members for continuing to support this stupidity. Other ways to support the show, we've got a Patreon account. Patreon.com/distortedview. You could pledge as little as $1 over there. If you pledge at least $5, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. And of course, you can sponsor an episode of DB for only $25. PayPal show at distortedview.com and let me know how you want to sponsor the show. Got a birthday message to someone, or you just want me to play a clip or talk about something. However you want to sponsor the show, just let me know. And again, PayPal $25 to show at distortedview.com. All right, 3 very quick stories now. First up, I love the headline of this first one. It's like the plot of that movie, with, you know, the one where he controls rats, like Wilford or something, Willard. But instead of rats, this woman has bees under her control. She has bees do her bidding. You know, we're always so quick to make fun of the weirdos who have lots of pets and stuff, like the ferret guys. You know, guys who have ferrets as pets, and we're like, oh, you always stink of piss and weird ferret musk or whatever the hell they're spraying on you. But those are the people that, like, I don't know, befriend these animals and then get them to do crazy shit like this. Crazy cat ladies. A Massachusetts woman has been sentenced to 6 months in jail after releasing a swarm of honeybees on a sheriff's deputy attempting to carry out an eviction. It's a rare instance where, like, just wearing a bulletproof vest isn't going to be enough to save your life. Bees go for your face. Did anybody see My Girl? Poor Macaulay Culkin getting stung in his neck like that. You know, until bulletproof gaiters are standard issue, I am not going to be joining the force. No, thank you. Anywho, back to the story here. Rory Susan Woods, a beekeeper, was convicted of multiple misdemeanor counts, including assault and battery and reckless endangerment stemming from the October 2022 incident. Wow, justice is not swift. A jury acquitted her of more serious felony charges. According to investigators, deputies from the Hampton County Sheriff's Office were serving an eviction order at a home in Longmeadow when Woods arrived towing a trailer loaded with beehives. Danger, danger. She then opened and overturned several hives, releasing a swarm that quickly engulfed the scene. Several deputies and bystanders were stung, including one person who required hospital treatment. Authorities said the bees were effectively used as a weapon during the confrontation. I am so fucking freaked out. I'm going to get stung every time I mow because, you know, a couple years ago that happened to me. What are the ones that, the bees that are in the ground? Are those yellow jackets or wasp? Whatever one that is. Remember, I was mowing the grass and they swarmed my leg and I went running in the house and Lord Douche was mad. He's like, why would you do that? They're following you into the house. I'm like, well, where the fuck do you want me to run? Got stung all over my leg, and then it happened again. And then when I started doing my old lady walks, bees started chasing me. I got stung once in the ankle. Again, always the fucking ankle. I got stung in the ankle. I was walking in this park, and there were a lot of flowers nearby. So, bees, flowers. I get it. But then I'm like, I'm done with this park. I'm never going back there again. So I've been going on these other trails and, I don't know, more of a wooded trails, but they're paved and they're bike trails and stuff. So I thought I was safe. They came after me again. I mean, I got stung a few times when I was a kid, right? And then I probably went 30 years without having an incident. And then within a span of a couple years, the second I moved down here to goddamn Cincinnati, I'm getting stung all the time. And the worst part of it is not the pain or the subsequent itching and redness. It's when you get stung as a gay person, right? This is a hate crime by nature, I feel. Because what happens is, you try to conduct yourself in a certain way out in public. You're gay, you're a little flamboyant. Every gay person is a little swishy. That swish doesn't always come out, right? I know when and where to faggot it up. But when you get stung by a bee, or you're being chased by bees, or swarmed by bees, that barrier, that thing in the brain that's telling you how to act, that it goes all out the window. And I'm like, and I'm flailing around, limp-wristed, trying to run, and gay people can only run at a prance. And, it's one thing when it's in my yard and I'm doing it because, who's going to see me? The next door neighbor. But when you're out on the trail, there's people on bikes, athletic people, runners and shit. And they're hearing me queen out. It's, it's not a great life to live.
Why don't you just kill yourself?
It's embarrassing. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm ashamed to be gay. I do want to kill myself. It's all because of the bees. Fuck these bees. You read all these news stories about the bee population is dwindling. Good. It's because they do boneheaded shit like this. You're not getting any sympathy from normal people. You don't need to be biting and stinging humans. You got, these fucking bees, all they need to live a happy life is flowers, right? Just get, suck the nectar or whatever the fuck you need to do out of the flowers. Go back to the hive, serve your queen. Leave us alone. Now it's like you need us. You're all dying off and you expect us to set up hives and stuff in our yard, hang hives in our trees, or I don't know. There's all these initiatives to repopulate the bees. Fuck that noise. I don't care if we need them as a society. I don't care if the whole world collapses because the honeybees go away. Fuck wasps, fuck yellow jackets, fuck the honeybees, and fuck the world. Anyway, I'm sorry. What was I talking about here? Several deputies and bystanders were stung, including one person who required hospital treatment. See? Authorities said the bees were effectively used as a weapon. What would be funny? I would like to see video of this to see these, the police officers with their fucking riot gear and God knows what else, just to serve an eviction notice, running around, being afraid of bees, queening out, just like a gay person. Video of the incident shows the deputies, shouting warnings as the bees spread. Officials said Woods was informed that some responders were allergic to bee stings, to which she allegedly replied, "Oh, you're allergic? Good." Woods, who was not a resident of the property, later told investigators she'd been trying to stop the eviction of a friend, described by her attorney as an elderly cancer patient. Defense attorneys argued her actions were motivated by concern and past personal experience with eviction. During the altercation, Woods donned a beekeeper suit and attempted to further agitate the insects before deputies subdued and arrested her. The case was delayed for years after Woods fled Massachusetts and resisted returning to face trial. She was eventually extradited back to the state. She's already served a significant portion of her sentence while in custody, awaiting extradition, and her attorney said she plans to appeal the conviction. The eviction ultimately proceeded, by the way, so this little stunt did nothing. The homeowner lost her property, which is very sad. I blame the bees for all of this. Second story we have for you today. Oh, this one comes from India.
Those crazy ethnic people.
Yeah, silly non-whites. A man in eastern India exhumed his sister's remains a skeleton, basically, because she done died a while ago. All right, so she died. She's no longer with us. She's just literally a sack of bones. And the man carried them to a rural bank branch in an attempt to prove her death and withdraw funds, in a case that has sparked national attention and highlighted gaps in awareness of banking procedures. Oh, like, some people don't know that you can't just bring a skeleton in as proof. That's not a form of identification. Like, I get this is rural and all, but I think even village folk should know this. But I guess that's what makes them
crazy ethnic people.
Jiddu Munda, 50, had been trying to access about $240 from the account of his elder sister, Kiara Munda, who died in January, according to local officials. Police said Munda had previously approached the bank branch, but was asked to provide documents required under banking rules. Documents? You mean a skull? Sure, I'll be right back. Those two things are synonymous, right? Skull, documentation, skull. Yeah, they wanted a death certificate. Unable to produce the paperwork, he returned on April 27th with skeletal remains he said belonged to his sister. Quote, I told them she had died, but they didn't believe me. Well, it's not that they didn't believe you. It's, they've got a protocol they've got to follow. You just need to provide proof. Because this is not your bank account, sir. All right, the incident prompted police intervention, and the remains were later reburied in the presence of authorities. Indian Overseas Bank, which sponsors the regional rural bank, said in a statement that its staff did not ask for the deceased account holder to be physically present. The lender said officials had informed Munda that withdrawals by third parties require proper authorization and documentation, including proof of death. The bank also described Munda as intoxicated. That makes sense. I think that's probably why he needed that $240 withdrawal. Munda wanted to go on a bender. Staff alerted police when he returned with the human remains, calling the situation distressing. Local police and administrators attributed the episode to a lack of awareness and communication barriers. He is an illiterate tribal man who was not familiar with the formal process, said a police official. Authorities said the nominee listed on the account had also died, leaving Munda as the sole claimant. Local officials have since stepped in to assist with obtaining the necessary documents so the claim can be processed. It's kind of a happy ending to that story. The guy will get his money eventually. All right, final story we have for you. This is a short one. It's kind of like we have our own crazy ethnic people here in the United States, but it's like, the white American version of that. We call him Florida Man.
Almost fucked up state. Yes, it's Florida. Our most fucked up state.
Love my little deets and doos. All right. A Central Florida man was arrested after authorities say he shot a woman in the neck during a domestic dispute and was later found hiding in a backyard pool. Officers with the Wildwood Police Department responded at around 11:30 p.m. on Saturday to a home on South Warfield Avenue following a report of an argument followed by a gunshot. When officers arrived, they found a woman lying in the driveway with a gunshot wound to her neck. She was airlifted to a hospital with life-threatening injuries. The thing that makes this a DV news story to me is right after he shot this woman in the neck, someone saw what was going down, concerned for the woman, and the man replied, "She's fine. She's putting pressure on her neck. She probably won't bleed out." Being shot in the neck is pretty serious. Even if it doesn't get your jugular, it's still a bad place to get shot, I would think. Anyway, the woman was airlifted to a hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police said they then saw the suspect, identified as 40-year-old Robert Anthony Morgan, attempting to crawl under a garage door before jumping into a pool behind the home. It'd be so great if he didn't look beforehand and the pool was empty. Cracked his head on concrete. Officers pulled him from the water, and took him into custody. Investigators said the victim's mom told them Morgan and the woman had a history of domestic violence. They're a fiery couple. She reported seeing Morgan drag the injured woman back onto the property after he shot her in the neck. That's when she asked whether he had called for medical help, and Morgan allegedly responded, "She's fine. Big baby, I'm not going to call the cops for this. For a little gunshot wound to the throat? Come on. A couple hours, she'll be breathing like normal. She'll be able to swallow." The woman's mother also told authorities that Morgan threatened to shoot her if she contacted the police. Going on a spree. Morgan, who authorities said is a convicted felon, faces multiple charges, including attempted felony murder, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, which should be legal in Florida, and discharging a firearm in a residential area. He made his first court appearance on Monday and remains in custody without bond. So there you go. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Wednesday. Let's check in with the 4 Harry Cunt line, shall we?
If you got a rock hard boner, reach for that boner. Sex for Harry Cunt. If you got a wet puppy twat and finger it alive. Sex for Harry Cunt.
All right, cut that off. I'm going to spell this out for you, right? It's the number 4. Right? Not F-O-U-R, just the number 4. You put that in, and then you follow that with the word Harry Cunt. All one word, the way you'd expect to fucking spell it when we're talking about cunt. You know, some guy named Harry, H-A-R-R-Y, does not have a cunt, right? It's H-A-I-R-Y-C-U-N-T. 4 Harry Cunt. That's our text line. People have been figuring this shit out for months, like Mike from Tulsa, who says, you mentioned on Tuesday that you can be made to feel bad for people who have had a child die. Really? I said that? That doesn't sound like me. Sometimes I just say whatever on this show. I don't even mean what I'm talking about. Sometimes I want to just seem more human, you know? Yeah, and I figured that would be like an easy way to like connect with people on a human level, you know? A dead child is bad. I don't like to see that. What I said was, I think I was talking about people who try to make me feel bad. Like trans people have messaged me a few times. They're like, I can't listen to your show anymore. You hurt me. It's just, I've been through so much and you're triggering me and I thought you were an ally and, you know, I turn to you and then you say these things that are hurtful and which I don't say anything bad about trans people. I mean, I do, but not because they're trans. It's because, like, they're annoying trans people. The trans part is just, you know, it's added detail, flavor. Anyway, the other one I mentioned was people have well, I think one person messaged me at some point because, I don't know. I don't remember what I did. This was years ago. I must have been talking about miscarriages, having a good laugh over that. And someone was like, you don't know what it's like to have a wife who has a miscarriage and you know. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that. Anyway, that's what I think this caller is talking about. Well, fuck that, Mike says. 3 of my 4 grandchildren have died. One, like, what the fuck? Is this Pioneer Days or something where everyone dies before they're 17? One as they were being born, one at 2 months old, and one at 6 months old. I can still laugh when you find humor in a child getting injured or killed. Not about my dead grandchildren. Yeah, I'm not going to make jokes about a listener's dead grandchildren, but because dark humor is funny to me. Anyone who can't isn't a freak and has no business listening to this show. That's right. I've been a Sideshow member since 2007 and a Lifetime member since 2020. And since that time, I've had 87 relatives die. No, I added that part. Well, thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate the words of support. A listener from the 267 area code shared a screenshot from Amazon of a mug that actually looks really good. Come on, 6 of them. 6 mugs for $43. See, like, I would jump on this deal. I think Lord Douche might have a problem with that price, though. 6 for 40. What's 43 divided by 6? I'll say 42 divided by 6 is 6. So it's like $7-ish a mug. Brand, Duralex, tempered glass. It's green. I think it comes in multiple colors. I'm going to look this up. Add this to my Amazon wish list. If anyone, you know, wants to get Lord Douche an early Christmas present, it's Duralex, set of 6, stackable. Oh, he likes that. I remember he was looking at Stackable tempered mugs, durable kitchen mugs for coffee. I wonder if this is America. You know, I'm pretty sure we've looked at Amazon and there's been issues. I bet you this is like Amazon France or some bullshit. I will look into that and run it past Lord Douche, though. Oh, we got a video here? Oh, boy, this can't be good. Is this going to be a rock hard boner? 860. I'm almost scared to open this file. It looks dark. Could be a bedroom. He could be masturbating for me. What is that? Oh, I know what that is. And then there's finally light as he turns his phone to turn it off. I can see his bathroom. Almost saw your dick, dude. Saw your underwear. Nice lime green band you got there. Well, thank you very much for the dump. Do one more text here and then we'll move on. 801 writes in, on the January 26, 2015 show at 36 minutes and 45 seconds, Spiral Hamfucker calls in about how you need to do a segment called Therapy with Tim. He then tells a story about how he was leg raped by another kid while he was walking home from school. Now, leg rape, to me, I don't know what leg rape actually is. I'm guessing some kid grabbed onto Spiral Hamfucker's legs and gyrated, rubbed his dick up against it. Did we ever hear more about that? What more do you want to hear? That's the whole story. Did Spiral Hamfucker ever get proper therapy? Spiral Hamfucker, who's been calling in lately, we'd like more details about your leg rape situation. Coming direct from a listener in the 801 area code. All right, let's do a couple voicemails now and get the hell out of here. Many ways to contact the show at distortedview.com. I'm all over social media at distortedview on Twitter and Instagram, facebook.com/distortedview. You know all the ways to contact me. Yes.
Hey, team, Bleach Asshole calling in again. I have to call a third time because I'm
not playing the first two.
First two calls, I just kind of went off, and I got to be a little more succinct.
Okay,
I'm listening to April 19th episode with dipshit Mead is talking about how math is confusing and it's girly.
Yes.
All those scientists and NASA and MIT people are just such nerds. They're so girly for using their...
Not like the manly careers I'm going after. You're looking at the next hostess at Applebee's, thank you. Yeah. Are we all feeling good in the neighborhood? I'm sorry, go on.
Math. What a bunch of idiots. Hey, Mead, I got a song for you. It's called My Religion Has Made Me an Uneducated, Stupid Son of a Bitch, and I'm super hateful to everybody that's not white.
I like the song. It's not super catchy.
No, just like the Bible taught. Fuck you, Mead.
All right. Mead gets a fuck you today.
Timmy Boo, it's DJ C calling from the Tesla of love. To be a little hateful, but goddamn it, Unicorn Hamster, and you too, Timmy Boo. Fuck them Chinese EVs. Buy American. Buy Tesla, motherfuckers.
Hey, my Honda, what the fuck do I drive? The Hyundai Ioniq 5 is made right here in America, in Georgia.
Buy Tesla. It's the great.
All right, look, stop it with the fucking cheerleading for Tesla. Tesla's gonna do fine without you.
This car ever. It's American made. More American made than even a Ford or a Chevy. More parts for this car are made in America.
Man, it is a fucking cult, isn't it?
Than any other car.
I thought Apple users were bad, right?
The brand out there. Mm-hmm. You should buy a Tesla.
Tell me more.
It is great. Tesla. And
I would never buy a new Tesla. I might consider a used Tesla Y if they get down to the right price point.
Unicorn, what the fuck, man? You don't even own an EV. How do you know if the infrastructure's not there? The infrastructure's there. You don't even know. You just say things. You heard.
They do need more of those electric charging stations because they're always full near us. Actually, the Walmart, oh God, our local Walmart is getting a bunch of EV charging stations, and they're Walmart branded ones, which is kind of ghetto, but it might be a lot cheaper than, Electrify America.
Heard in the news.
Anyway, okay. Thank you very much. Whatever your name is, DJ C.
Hey, Timothy, it's Meowness. So, over the years, you poke fun at people. And there's a bunch of things about myself that you've made fun of that I'm usually fine. It doesn't bother me because you're making fun of everybody. But you're in a glass house throwing stones, making fun of people that like to collect Legos, dude. Like, that
So we found the Lego collector here.
specific thing is fucking crazy that you would have anything to say about that without at least acknowledging your obsession with collecting, like, bottle caps.
Well, everyone knows that. Of course, I'm a very defective person. Of course, I've got my own problems. I'm just saying, like, well, I wasn't even giving Lego people that much shit, were they?
Soda Pop and your Atari or your Commodore 64 dorkery. You literally read, like, books about video games.
I really touched a nerve here.
Like, you also, like, play fucking Nintendo. Like, you don't even play, like, the PS5 or whatever. Like, come on, man. Like, come on.
All right, calm down. Lego is cool. All right, we should all be building Lego sets. Good grief. Really touched a nerve there. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the show. Want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-66. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
Don't touch me! Do not put your hand on me!
Run the Distortion STD. Tell all your friends about the program. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Tomorrow's show is going to be Sideshow exclusive. If you want to hear it, you got to sign up. Go to distortedview.com right now. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Friday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
I want to talk about magnetic dicks today. Electromagnetic dicks.
Wait a minute.
What?
I mean, we just now got started. Electromagnetic penises.
5 dicks. Electric dicks. Electric eels doing the electric slide all in folks' mouth and ass.
Give tribute. Just tell a silent prayer for that man getting killed by the electric eel. Crocodile man. I mean, you know electric eels.
He put himself out there in that position, but I'm talking about it's a men that do the electric slide, sliding all in folk ass, sliding their dick all in folk mouth, let the buzz and all down folk skin all in their mouth. See, we got a lot of women hooked on dicks just like they hooked on phonics. So a lot of them don't go to school. They ain't hooked on saying they ABC. They hooked on saying D-I-C-K in my M-O-U-T-H and P-U-S-S-Y.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.